In a world where coaching's become content and transformations have been reduced to a thumbnail, few still stand for the truth.
I've never ever done an 8-week transformation package.
What is your thoughts on that?
It's a great way to make money. I just don't believe in it. Do you want a coach to get you in shape for an event? Or do you want a coach to help you be in shape for life?
And be the best version of you. What was life like for you as a child?
I was very insecure.
Really?
Yeah. I was a very thin child. I remember hearing my nana say to my mum, I don't like Greg when he's thin. So I latched on to that. From there, it was an obsession with not being thin. I thought that was my self-worth almost.
This isn't a conversation about sets and reps. It's about purpose, pressure, and what happens when work becomes your legacy.
I take everything personally.
Really?
Even if a client leaves the program, it hurts me because I genuinely give.
So that's rule number 1. Have a vision. Rule number 2 is don't listen to the naysayers.
In a world where coaching's become content and transformations have been reduced to a thumbnail, few still stand for the truth. Greg Boothroyd isn't just a coach, he's a craftsman. Decades in the trenches, transforming not just bodies, but belief systems. Greg's built a reputation on something that cannot be faked: results, integrity, and purpose. He's lived through every era of fitness, from handwritten programs to digital revolutions, and through it all, he stayed anchored in what really matters: real people, real change, and the mental shift that makes it last. This isn't a conversation about sets and reps. It's about purpose, pressure, and what happens when work becomes your legacy. Greg Boothroyd, welcome to the Legacy Podcast. How are we feeling?
Thank you very much. Yeah, class, man.
Was
Really
that a good intro?
Great intro.
Did I summarize you well?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to sound like an egomaniac if I say yes.
No, go ahead.
And I'm going to
I love
insult
it.
you if I say no.
How could you ever say no to that?
I can't win.
I know. But in terms of you, not just as a coach, a fitness enthusiast, where did your whole life begin? What was life like for you as a child?
Do you know what? As a child, I had a really good upbringing, really stable foundations. I don't have I'd be crap on X Factor. There's no way.
That's a great way of putting it,
There's no way
actually.
I'd win. So I've had I wouldn't say I was privileged, but I was from a very hard-working family. My dad's always been self-employed and always kind of set the tone and the standard. So we've had a really good ability to observe in the household of what I guess we should become. So
Yeah.
it's been something that has been instilled in me for a long time.
Yeah.
And I guess once I found my individual passion, I've always had the character traits to execute. I don't think it would have mattered what industry I got into. I'm very passionate, and I'm like a dog with a bone. Once I get into something,
Yeah.
I will be the best at it.
Were you good? What was school like for you?
I was average, and I still am pretty. I'm not a special person at all. I'm not a special person. I'm probably one of these that works hard rather than works smart.
Okay.
Now as I'm becoming older and maybe a bit more wiser, I sprinkle a bit of work smart in there as well. As I'm observing peers and kind of see okay, maybe there's a bit more of this work smart, but I'm genuinely the kind of nose to the grindstone type of person. That's my default.
Yeah.
But yeah, very average growing up, very average in school. Wasn't the most popular, but wasn't unpopular.
You weren't popular.
I was just on the kind of outer circle of the inner circle.
You had something different about you, obviously.
Yeah, I was friends with all the popular kids.
Yeah.
But I wasn't necessarily
The head honcho.
the leader of the gang type of thing.
Yeah.
I was always very observant.
Okay. Yeah.
I've always observed before I've stepped in. I've matured. I was a late bloomer, let's put it that way. I've matured more and more over the years.
I'm yet to do that.
We don't need to be too mature.
No. But when was the very first time you stepped in the gym? What age was that?
So gym was I think it was like 15, 16 when I wasn't really supposed to, but I managed to get a membership. Training was from the age of like 13. So I remember, like,
13.
Like the Argos catalogue back in the day, right, where you used to circle shit that you want. Can I swear?
Yeah, of course you can.
Sorry.
Go for it.
I'm not like an angry swear. I'm a passionate swear.
I love it.
When you used to circle stuff for like Christmas.
Yeah.
I saw these dumbbells. I was like, I want some dumbbells.
I love
So
that.
then we just built a home garage. Like I had a paper round.
Yeah.
I worked at a Saturday job.
I just wanted Barbie dolls from it.
Did you?
How my parents didn't know I was gay, God knows.
I had a couple of Barbie dolls.
Did you?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I was just trying to humour you.
Oh, thanks, Greg. I got
I was like,
excited
weights, metal.
Yeah.
I was like, not Barbie.
Yeah, my dad was like, where's the footballs at? And I'm like, yeah, can't be asked. No idea why. But so it's just crazy to think how, you were looking at those things at the age of 13. Like, what do you remember why? Was there a reason behind?
Oh, yeah. Massive insecurity.
Really?
Yeah. I was very, very insecure. So like through therapy, this has come out. But I didn't realize until like I was like went through therapy that it was like the roots seemed to have stemmed from like I was a very thin child, like very gaunt, very slim, and I think it was just because I grew tall quick.
You are a tall boy, aren't you?
I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm like a massively tall.
You're like
I'm
the
taller
perfect
than
height, though.
average. Thank you very much.
No problem. You're welcome, darling.
It was like that whole thing of like shooting up, but I was always athletic.
Okay.
So when I did shoot up, and obviously I didn't really have, don't have a massive appetite when you're like a kid. You don't really associate food with like.
Well, I was
wasn't
a different
like
story, but yeah.
You were maybe a little bit different to me then, George.
Oh God, yeah. I was, I think 16 stone when I was 15.
Oh wow, a bit like Eddie Hall. It was like 16 stone at 16, 17 stone at 17.
Yeah, but I didn't have any muscle at all. I was like a
stone at
cake
29.
shelf. Do you know what I mean? Just walking around like happy as Larry, no idea. Then my mum was like going to light a life, so I did that as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, well, I had to sit in a room with like 40-year-old women, talk about my feelings about food. I'm like, how do you feel, Karen, today? Yeah, not great. What about you, Linda? Oh, I've really binged this week, George.
It's a big impactor for a lot of people, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
like,
the transition
emotional.
of the fitness industry, because you think back in the day, Weight Watchers and, Slimming Wheels, all the sins, like, that's 6 sins, can't be touching that. How did that have any impact in your life at all? Like, what was food like? Do you remember your memories of how you approached food?
I had a low appetite. I shot up and I was very skinny.
Yeah.
Very, very gaunt, very frail. It was only because I was an adolescent. It was pretty normal. But I remember like going downstairs and like hearing my nana say to my mum, is Greg all right? He looks very unwell, like very thin.
Gosh.
I don't like it when Greg looks this unwell. And as like an impressionable teenager, I heard, I don't like Greg when he's thin. So I latched on to that. And it was only through like looking back that, that was kind of one of the core moments. So from there, it was like it was an obsession with like not being thin. I knew like, are people going to like me if I'm this thin? So then it was this pursuit of not being thin anymore, building muscle, getting stronger. So it was born out of obsession, like maybe even like necessity, value, self-worth. Like I thought that was my self-worth almost. And as I kind of went through like life, we built this incredible home gym, paper round, Saturday job. All my money went towards
you were
it.
a paper boy?
Yeah, well, I've just worked from like, since I
Oh.
can remember working. Like I've wanted to. My parents never told me to. I just wanted to. Like I saw the correlation between my dad working hard and us, having, what we needed in life. And I kind of married those two together very, very early. My dad was always passionate, ambitious, driven, would always find the solution, rather than just sitting and feeling sorry for himself about the problem. So I learned a lot. And then we built this gym, Christmas presents, birthday presents, multi-gym, pull-up bar, punch bag.
What age was this?
Between 13 and 15.
My God.
I kind of built that up, bench, barbells. My dad was like my dad lifted weights when he was younger. So like, he was into it as well. And I just had this home gym. I just trained after school with one of my friends, a close friend of mine. He'd ride his bike down after school, come to the garage. We'd train like 3-4 nights a week. bit of a magazine, because obviously there was no YouTube or anything like that, with like the thing that came with the multi-gym, like where it shows you like each exercise. And we just like work through that. And then that was the session. We'd be in there like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I know, but I did never look at it. But and where did you grow up?
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield.
Yeah, like between Leeds and Manchester.
Yeah.
Shithole.
Is it?
Yeah.
I grew up.
Everywhere's a shithole now.
I grew up in the Gower in the countryside. So you look outside the sheep.
Well, do you know what? We were technically home Firth, so it's very countryside.
Is it?
Peak District.
Yeah.
But the Huddersfield town centre's like most of the town centres now.
Do you know the Vicar of Dibley?
Not personally.
No, as in like, have you watched the
Dawn French?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is how I grew up.
Oh, wicked.
There was a vicar.
The village, 10 people there.
Yeah. Everyone's retired. They're like coffin dodgers,
okay.
Patiently waiting to die, just, loving life. There's me. They're like, Christ, what's happened to him? I was an altar boy at 12 as well in church. Can you believe that?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can actually, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Bread of heaven on the wine. I remember I used to eat the small. Did you ever go?
The sugar paper.
Yeah. So I used to go
Packs
go
of
through
sugar
it,
paper.
and the vicar was like, George, can you bring it out? And I'm like, oh.
None left.
Yeah, there's none left. So I should rip bread up.
I once got that mixed up for confetti once.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking.
But it looks like that though, doesn't it? It's bad.
Stuck to my tongue.
But then that was my life. But I wasn't exposed to the fitness industry, whereas you innately had that drive at a very young age, which is fascinating.
I wouldn't say exactly that. I wouldn't say I was exposed to the industry more.
No?
Because it was hard to get exposed to see any. There was no exposure of the industry.
Well,
it was
of
all
course,
like
yeah.
maybe the odd documentary on Channel 5 when they had nothing else to air. I know. It wasn't really big. It wasn't really big at all. The odd magazine, and you go to an old school gym and there was like then stacks of magazines in reception you could see a bit more of, or some old school bodybuilders, and you talk to them, and that was like an intro into the industry, I guess. But with me, it was born out of necessity and obsession.
Yeah. And talk to me about when this whole revolution of Greg started, when it came to, actively pursuing, your physique. What age did that begin, and how did you begin that?
Yeah, so I guess I was pursuing the physique from that 13-year-old age.
Yeah.
And then as I kind of worked through the years, it turned into a career by chance.
By chance?
Yeah, so like I was working, my dad's, like I said, being self-employed all my life, still is now.
So do you see him as sort of someone that you look up to when you get inspired by, and someone that had kind of, given you that sort of mindset to think, oh, I can do this myself?
Honestly, yes and no. We don't have a great relationship.
Okay.
But we have a relationship. And I feel like my dad sacrificed some of our personal relationship to help me grow as a person. Like a bittersweet thing almost.
That's interesting.
He's very proud of me.
Yeah.
Like if you met my dad and you didn't know it was my dad, he didn't know you knew me, just a chance meeting and you just started speaking. Within minutes, he would tell you who I am.
Gosh. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. It's a really hard question. Really hard question. I'm always aware of like not having an ego or being aware of an ego. So like I try and like humble myself as often as possible. But it does make me feel proud that, he feels like that towards me. But he's always been someone that I've looked up to in terms of like, as a role model. He's given me a skill set. I know I've learned a lot from him.
Of course.
But there's also a lot I need to unlearn from him as well, that I'm aware of not passing on to my boys, my kids.
What would that be?
Patience, like emotional regulation. Classic male was my dad. So he was great for one thing, but like not for the other. like that's your mum's role, that's my role. And in his role, he was dominant, but outside his role, he was probably some things that I don't want to, or I want to refine. But his dad was worse, and his dad's dad, and so I guess that's just what your job is as a father, right? Like carry the strength of your name and your family traits, and suddenly weed out the rest. Is a really nice saying, and I was saying it earlier.
Yeah.
Control, tame, and I guess destroy your demons.
Yeah.
Or they'll bring up your children.
Yeah, and I think the fact that you said that it brings a lot back for me because as much as me and my mum have our moments. Hi guys, sorry to interrupt you there, but I thought I'd introduce you to our official brand sponsor, Never Count Reps. Now, this brand comes in 3 fantastic flavors, packed with 8,000 milligrams of citrulline malate for those who absolutely love to blow their heads off, and it gives you a sustained release of energy. So if you want to try this bad boy, I'll give you the code George20 at checkout. Let me know how it goes. Like, subscribe, comment, and get back to your episode. My mum has always been my biggest inspiration because
That's cool, man.
In terms of what she has endured throughout, with her, her side of the family, with the fact that my grandfather was, a raging alcoholic and her mother died before I was even born. And both of my dad's parents died when he was 12 because his dad owned a pharmacy. So he just dropped dead in the pharmacy one day and he was taken to foster care. But then they've given me everything and more. And I sometimes don't show the appreciation to them because I think sometimes I get so caught up in social media and I get so caught up in how I think I should be as a person that I forget that there's 2 people there that have done everything and more to try and give me that platform to be better. And it doesn't mean to say that they don't get, obviously, social media and that. They don't get my job in the sense of what I'm trying to do, but over time they will. Yeah. And I think with you as well, that resonates in the sense that not everyone will understand how you operate, how you work, your mindset.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that kind of sort of sensational idealization around what people think you are compared to who you are as a person? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, great question. It used to really bother me.
Did it?
Yeah, but now I just feel like it's okay.
Do you not?
okay.
Are you someone that it really is unfazed by what others think?
No, I take everything personally. I take everything to heart. I am probably a people pleaser deep down. Like I want to, even if a client leaves the program,
it does touch you.
It hurts me.
Yeah.
Even if they leave the program because they, have got what they need from it perhaps, or financially they can't continue, or they feel like they're failing and they can't quite cross the line on their goal. I feel responsible. Like I build relationships with people because I genuinely give a shit. Yeah. So I take everything to heart and personally, which is not a great characteristic.
But the thing is, you give 100% of yourself to whoever you are with, and you're present in that moment.
I have one gear.
Yeah.
And it's and that is just me.
Yeah, it's like the F1 with you, isn't it?
And it's just, if I'm in, I'm in. And that is something I do have to check. The all or nothing. I teach that, me and my team, inside the program, because we work with like high performers, high achievers, parents, career-driven individuals. We really mitigate inside our program against the all or nothing mindset. And I can do that quite well because I have it. So I know how to be aware of it and try and mitigate against it.
So hard to do, though.
So hard to do. And I'd go as far as to say, like, I'd never think anyone should get rid of that.
The all or nothing mindset.
It's got a lot of purpose.
Okay.
You just need to learn how to tame it and not let it derail you in
so
gaps.
You've almost got to utilize it to your advantage.
Like
and
everything.
Be able to...
It's all about awareness.
Yeah.
You can have good traits, bad traits. You can make mistakes. You can be getting it wrong. But if you've got awareness, then I think you're okay.
And were you aware when you were competing as a bodybuilder?
Oh, no. This has been as I've matured.
Has it?
Yeah. So like for me, it sounds quite strange. I don't really know how to articulate it, but I feel like in my like almost 20 years of being a coach, I've been like receiving qualifications all the way through to become better at what I do for who I coach. Because I've kind of like lived through those markers myself and like figured out the solutions along the way with it and just become who I am through life. Like, I think it was just a few years ago, I presented in front of a room of coaches.
Where was that?
This was somewhere in Manchester, to a room of coaches. who are part of a big coaching community. And my presentation was how to make 7 figures in the fitness industry without losing your identity. And my second slide was my 16-year overnight success.
16-year overnight success.
And I think that, summarizes what I've just kind of tried to say of like, it feels like it's just happened and you're here and like, but it's taken, it's like knocking on that door for years and years and years and years. Work hard now, nothing shows. Work hard again, nothing shows. Keep working hard because you believe that work is going to get you somewhere, nothing shows. One day you keep working hard and everything shows, that delayed gratification. And that's kind of, I think, where I've not made it. I've got way more I'm capable of, so much more I want to achieve, but I'm finally starting to see, but it's like it's earned. I've had to like go through it to be able to teach it and speak about it. And maybe some people might think I have an authority in the field and what I say might help people. And if it does, it's genuinely because I've had to put all this time into it.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe a problem in the industry right now because information is so readily accessible and available at speed that people feel like they can shortcut this process to become the best and the leading person in X and Y and Z, when actually you just have to put the miles in.
Yeah.
To use the gym as a bit of a pun with this, you just got to put the reps in.
Yeah. And how did...
I don't even know if I answered your question.
No,
I think we've just gone.
I was
just set off like my ADHD.
I was blown away by the fact that you said that, when you said the 16-year overnight success, when you explained it, it just made total sense. Because people, for some reason, there is this identity around the fact that people think that, people have overnight success, but nobody sees the relentless determination and it's the pain that you go through with self-doubt and this image of overnight success, like winning the lottery, for example. And that is bodybuilding as well at the heart of it. And you did compete, didn't you?
Yeah.
And what age were you when you started?
My first competition.
Yeah.
Let me work this out. My last competition was about 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
36.
What division were you?
Heavies and super heavies.
So is
Open bodybuilding.
So open.
Yeah.
Thongs?
Oh yeah, of course.
What colour?
Yeah, but I've been wearing them since I was 13, so I've got a red one on now.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, it's amazing.
What, right now?
Yeah.
Don't tease me.
It's like a little thing. I won't compete again, but I can't stop wearing the pants.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's divert from that subject before you get me even more
It's
excited.
burnt into you now.
Yeah, it's burned in my brain now. I'm like, yeah, great. But what did you place? What did you?
I won.
You won?
The shows that I did, and I was
imagine wearing those pants. You did, babe.
Good level.
Yeah.
But it was because I knew what my goal was. I did the necessary to make sure that outcome happened, and that's just me.
That's just Greg.
A lot of people say fake it until you make it. I'm a big believer in make it so you don't have to fake it.
Make it so you don't have to fake it.
Yes, make it so
Right.
by putting yourself in a position to do the work so that you don't have to fake it because you've just put the time in and you've just done the work.
Yeah, because I always stick by what Kris Jenner tells me. Well, she shouldn't tell me directly, but she always says if someone says no, speaking to the wrong person. So honestly, I've been relentless with what I'm doing because there's been so many people that think, yeah, it's no right idea, but we're just not looking for that at the moment. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, right, okay, I'll go to the next person. So I've been knocking doors like a postman. I might as well wear the outfit and just rep the Royal Mail brand. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly that, though. That is the thing. If you've got that vision,
I'd look good in it as well.
I'm a massive believer that you have to know where you're going and you have to talk it into existence.
Is that manifestation?
Kind of. I wouldn't say I'm a spiritual person, but
law of attraction, all of that. Do you believe in all of that?
Not massively, but I do believe in your internal monologue being very valuable and important.
Yeah.
How you talk to yourself about yourself is really important because if you're not on your own fucking team mentally, then how can anybody else be? And the world out there, people say like, be kind. If you can be anything, be kind. I get it. I agree with it. But if you can be anything, be resilient and robust. It doesn't matter how kind other people are.
No.
So I'm a big believer in like, in believing in yourself, in your goal. However, there is a caveat to that.
Oh God, what's this caveat?
Sometimes just saying it over and over in your head, visualizing it and writing it down in a journal can steal the result from you.
Because you've sort of already done it, haven't
It's soothing.
Is
it?
it?
Makes you feel like you're doing well.
So there's like me listening to Kylie
strokes your
Minogue.
ego.
That's soothing. Do you know what I mean? When she said, I believe in you, I'm like, thanks, babe. I believe in myself too.
Some people, though, can go too far with that like manifestation and that self-talk, because if you're just constantly telling yourself this is who you are, it feels good.
Yeah.
But if you do nothing with that,
Yeah.
it does fuck all.
Well, they end up in Bali, don't they?
actually have
on
to.
the Gili Tea Islands. I find myself here and I'm like, yeah, well done, darling.
That's it, hugging trees and like humming through the nose.
I
and
went
shit
to
like
Bali, but I just thought, this is not for me.
And it is that whole thing of like thoughts, information, ideas, ideals without action. It's just comfort. So I am a big believer in like speaking it into existence, knowing who you are, being confident in what you want. Exactly as you say, this is my vision, my passion. If you don't want to do it, that's fine, but it doesn't mean it's wrong when you go to the next person. But it has to be backed up with action.
Absolutely.
Not enough people will take the action behind it. They just like the comfort of talking to themselves and making themselves feel like they're doing something. You have to have action. And I think that's often missed. You'll see all these like fancy reels of people, speak it into existence. But what they forget is there's fucking a lot of hard work coming your way. And I don't think enough people realize that or value that. Like, I value that.
Yeah.
Value the fact that I've got to work. I'm going to get set back. I'm going to have to change habits. I've got to go against the grain. That shit should be exciting because it tells you it's in your control.
Yeah.
That's not daunting. And I think a lot of people would do well to be able to take the rough with the smooth and know that this needs to be backed up with action, and that is going to be some work, man. There's going to be some work. That's good. That's positive.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
That's just I'm not right necessarily, but like it helps me.
I could listen to an audiobook all day and I'd be a completely different person. But I think with you, what sets you apart from a lot of the other coaches is the fact that you identify that coaching isn't just about fitness. It isn't just about going in the gym, eating your chicken and broccoli and rice, and getting, your 3 litres of water in. Have you done your 12,000 steps, George? No, I haven't. Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to. And then having to flick in, do the daily metrics. I'm like, what use is this? You go beyond that, don't you, as a coach? So when it comes to the transformation coach, give us an overview about you as a coach and this brilliant business of yours. What sets it apart from all the other coaches?
I can't speak for what other coaches do, and I would never pull anyone else down to try and make myself look bigger.
No, but
I can speak to what
enough
we do.
sales on there to be like, it's like when you've seen the DFS sale about 25 times. You're like, here we go. And they say 2 spots left.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
Do you believe all of that?
Yeah, that old chestnut,
Yeah. But what makes the transformation coach so different? What's so great about it?
So my philosophy is that, we're not giving you a plan. You're not following a plan.
Yeah.
You're living a lifestyle. So this is not like a means to an end.
This is you.
This is change.
This is
positive
you
change.
Understanding someone's lifestyle and thinking, right, how can I come in and make your lifestyle be able to work for you in a better and healthier way?
Yeah, I'm very much kind of like, you will have to do some hard work first. Like if you've had the scales tipped in this direction for a while, you can't just go back to balance. You have to have them tipped in this direction for a while as well. Then we can start to live that lifestyle. So I'm not one of these that tries to sell people a dream.
No.
Come into our crazy, awesome system that no one else has thought about. That is, nobody else is doing this. Like we've got these secrets. Come in and give me 2K and I'll show you this, and enticing people in. And when they get on the inside, it's like bullshit. It's hard work. It's very simple what we do, but we just do it very, very well. And we communicate very clearly, which is we have to, people talk about sustainable, right? Like a lot of this in the beginning isn't designed to be sustainable. So what we do very well is we make it endurable. So now you can do the necessary to put yourself back in that advantageous position.
Yeah.
Then you can
That's
sustain
interesting.
that. Now we sustain this.
Okay.
Because then it's a lifestyle. Like I don't want anyone, I'm not bothered about someone coming in for it. I've never ever done an 8-week transformation package, a 12-week transformation package, a summer blaster.
What is your thoughts on that?
It's a great way to make money.
Okay.
Every mentor that I've had has always said, what? You've not done a campaign like that? You've not done like an 8-week guide and like a, except 12-week summer shred? Like you'd kill it, man. Few PDFs together, good bit of information, low ticket price with your following. People that eat that up. You do 30K in a week easily.
Do people actually make that kind of money?
Yeah, people kill it on stuff like that. The reason I've never done it and never done it with all the mentors I've had through my career is because I just don't fucking believe in it.
Well, now the big thing is get shredded for Christmas. I'm like, really?
No, do it for like fucking hell. Do you want
What, do you want to shrink your stomach so you can't eat that much on Christmas
It's
Day?
like-
Yeah, great.
Do you want a coach to get you in shape for an event? Or do you want a coach to help you be in shape for life?
And be the best version of you.
Like that's my interest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about fair exchange. We charge good fucking money. I'm not a cheap coach. My program is absolutely a premium program.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. And the fact it's not for everyone, totally cool.
What
But the reason
when you
why-
say premium, what about it is premium to you? What do you think?
Attention to detail,
Yes.
education, community, events, real value, like lasting change. But the reason I'm okay with charging the prices we charge is because we have fair exchange. Like absolutely categorically, everyone that comes into my program, I know that the money they hand over, they will get that back in value, probably more so. In fact, talking about mentors again, every mentor that I've had has always told me our program is far too cheap for what we do and what we offer.
Really?
But again, it's just about that fair exchange.
Yes.
And my main goal is just to impact as many people's lives positively as physically possible. Like I was saying a second ago, I'm not bothered about an 8-week transformation to sell someone else in on my fucking Instagram. We have a team now, only want to work with people who actually want a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
I don't want to work with you for 8 weeks and then like you get in shape for a shoot and then I'll see you a year later and you're talking to another coach and like, I actually,
it just
like
doesn't
I
make
said,
sense.
like I said, I take things to heart and it hurts me. And I genuinely want to help people live this as a lifestyle because I've like seen it at its extreme. I've lived it at its extreme. And now I'm seeing the return it gives me at this end. I just want to share that, man. And also, I'm just going now.
No, I love it. Carry on.
Also,
I love
because
it.
we have such incredible proof inside the program, you don't even have to take my word for it.
Do you know what? Funny enough, I was going to ask you about that. Is there any one particular transformation that you're most proud of or one that's really struck you?
I'm proud of everyone inside the team.
Everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Because everyone's on their own journey. Like, never compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 30. Like, that is the comparison's the thief of joy, whatever the saying is. So, like, I try not to do that as a coach as well. I work with everyone as an individual. Like, everyone's success is just as important to them. So I really do like value everyone and their journey and successes. And we just have, it's battle tested. It's literally happening right now inside the program. So I can see it work and I get feedback from clients about how it's changed, helped them in their career, with their families, with their energy, with their performance in every aspect of life. Like genuinely, if you get this right, it should bleed into every other area of your life. And that doesn't mean it's sunshine and rainbows. Again, I am so keen to stress, I do not have anything magic inside my program. You're going to have to work hard and you have to realize that.
Yeah, it's not The Sound of Music, is it? With Julie Andrews running
Absolutely.
Do you
But
know
like,
what I mean?
that shouldn't be a problem.
No.
Like, hard work is good. It's rewarding. You get so much more in return from that. And that is what I really enjoy when you do it properly. you can see the benefit and you understand that, like, shit, this is worth it. These small changes in the moment, everyone understands, like the people I work with especially, they understand the investment.
Yeah.
Like you invest in small pockets of time, energy to get something massive in return. And like, I learned that from very young. But a lot of people don't have the opportunity to learn that or to see that, which is sad, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But like,
I think my downfall, when you say that, I think I've always realized that I've always been exposed to shortcuts. So whether it was when I was on Lighter Life at 16, you know, doing the 800 calorie shakes or doing Weight Watchers, or you know, I'm not, my parents, I'm not blame them at all, but they were obviously worried about, you know, my weight and things like that and how I was, you know, how I looked.
they
But
did their best. That
they did their
knew.
best at the time, but obviously, you know, my mental state of mind was there's always a shortcut. But then when I did my photo shoot last year, it was literally the best I've ever felt in my life. But as we spoke on the phone and I told you that within this 1 year period, I've experienced the most extremes of my own body, of going from looking the best to feeling my absolute worst and then succumbing to the weight loss jabs. And do you know what? I regret even starting it because it's done nothing positive for me. Yes, I've lost a lot of weight, but mentally, do I feel great? No. Physically, do I look at myself and think I look good? No. Do I have the energy? No. And I think we're in a very precarious and dangerous time where we have so much access to things that we don't know the long-term consequences. But at the same time, it is instilling the belief that we can get things in a shorter, more kind of, you know, easier time frame. And what is your thoughts on everything, you know, from the weight loss jabs to, you know, all of these coaching platforms and programs, doing photo shoots, doing stage prep? Yeah. How does that make you feel as someone who tries to do the better in the industry or the best in the industry?
I think in general, like in a whole cross section of I guess any element you can think of, you have to do the work and you can't escape it. I don't think there's anybody in any field who's at a level of success. Maybe there's one or two outliers, but the rest and the majority will tell you they've had to work and work and work and work and put in the reps and learn and iterate and sacrifice to get to the successful level they are in their field or their perception of success or someone else's perception of success. So you can't shortcut that. Like, who are we so arrogant to think that we can get to that level in any field by taking a shortcut? It just does not work out in the long run. I don't want to get too deep into the topic of the fat loss jabs and all the varieties of them, but I'm also a coach that's been in this industry for a very long time.
Yes.
They're a tool, man. No, they can be.
Yes.
They can be a really good tool.
Yeah.
However,
I've just had a very bad experience.
You need to learn along with it.
Yes,
and you need to have a plan
not there at the moment.
Around it.
Yeah.
Education around it, how to sustain it, how to continue with it, how to live life around it, after it. I personally don't use it with any of my clients. And we literally had last week, one of the females from inside the team, really inspiring lady. She shared a post in our community, which was awesome. She said she had it in her account, in her basket, about to check out. And then she messaged me before she did, joined the program, and took it out of her basket. She's now like 50 pounds down.
Wow.
And done what she thought that was going to do anyway. But now she has a completely new identity. That's what we coach. We coach identity.
You can't put a price on that, can you?
And like, it's not motivation. It's not even discipline. It's identity. And we coach that. Becoming the person that
you know that you can be.
You know that you can be. She now has a skill set when it comes to nutrition, so she doesn't rely on a plan. My clients get plans, of course, but they also get something way more valuable on top. They get a skill set around nutrition, how to travel for work and still be results driven, how to eat with their kids every night, a different meal, and know how to fit that into what they need for their health goals and their short-term goals, long-term goals. You know, all these things, how to have floors and ceilings, how to not be all or nothing, how to eliminate backward steps. We teach real metrics inside our program, like usable stuff. And she's now learned all these things as well as losing this 50 pounds.
That's amazing, isn't it?
The jabs probably would have lost 50 pounds, maybe even have lost 60 pounds. But she wouldn't have learned all these things that now mean she can just sustain this. Like, this is her identity. This is just who she is. She doesn't eat good nutrition because she's got a summer holiday coming. She just fuels her body for life.
Yeah.
She doesn't train because Greg's checking me in on Monday morning. She just exercises because it gives her purpose, confidence, and energy.
Yeah.
There's a whole different frame change now on this, which is why I say full circle.
That's a huge thing.
You're not following a plan.
Yeah.
You're living a lifestyle.
Because
and
I remember,
that's what I enjoy teaching.
Yeah, because I remember, I think it was the start of when I was on Manjaro, I was going through a phase of if I started getting hungry, or I went to get like a family-sized bar of dairy milk, I'd be like, oh, fuck this. I just jab 2.5 milligrams, hunger gone. I'd be like, yeah, great. But I'd be thinking of like, if I'm hungry, oh, haven't done enough there. But it's really sad for me to be able to think like a year ago, I had all that structure and I had the accountability in myself and I had so much pride in how I looked. But now I just feel like I'm trapped in this world of there's a solution medically or, you know, pharmaceutically. And I
like
just think, what?
It can be a tool, George. Like, it can. Like, there's a lot of
How
people
do we
have
implement
success
that
stories
in a system where it works?
Exactly. Alongside, at least, if you're going to do it, have it alongside a set of principles simultaneously. So you actually learn something from this as well. Because that's how you then, you know, use it to maybe give you an acceleration, to help you through certain emotional, you know, things when it comes to food, but also still actually know that you are actually becoming stronger, improving posture, increasing bone density, thinking about longevity, actually building a shape and a physique. Because there's weight loss and there's fat loss. Do you want weight loss? Do you want to just be clinically lighter? Like, you want to just walk around with a board saying, I am 7 stone, I am 9 stone? Or do you want to actually look and feel good and confident? In which case, it's not just about weight loss anymore. It's about fat loss and muscle gain. Tone shape definition, it means muscle. We won't be afraid to use that word.
Yeah.
So are we dropping fat and building muscle? You know, or are we just losing weight? Are we just playing the game of scales? And just make sure you're not playing the game of scales. Because like you said, you put 2.5 milligrams in and you avoid the chocolate bar. But nutrition's comprised of 2 different buckets, quality and quantity. That'll help you control the quantity.
I didn't have any control over
the
that.
quality. Like, you still need to get quality in that nutrition. You could eat 3 Mars bars a day, you drop a shit ton of weight. There's not many calories in 3 Mars bars.
You won't feel great on that either, will you?
You won't feel great.
No.
So you got to think about quality and quantity together when it comes to nutrition.
I think it might have done me a good thing, though, because I am so desperate to genuinely feel good inside and out now. Because I've gone past the point of trying to just think, oh, I need to lose this, I need to lose that. Like, I just went back into my old habits. And obviously, I think Manjaro did that for me. It doesn't do it for everyone, but it did it for me, unfortunately. You know, for example, when I was interviewing Sadek and Jordan earlier, I would just think to myself, like, you know, even though Jordan is like so ridiculously busy all the time, he still maintains a great physique. He still maintains how to kind of have that discipline, accountability. And that's really great for me to be able to see someone like that in business and also be able to, you know, do a business which is going to help other people. I find that so awe-inspiring. Similar to you in terms of what you're doing is outside the brackets of what coaching is thought to be. And it's not just about doing a photo shoot or being stage lean or getting on stage and winning a pro card. It's how is your day-to-day life feeling? How do you enjoy your life? Does it become something in which you're proud of? Because I feel like at the moment, we are just living in a time where we are just all becoming, you know, herded as sheep and trying to follow the right direction and not really knowing which way to bloody go. And it's just so scary. And I think for you especially, I'd love to know what your thoughts are on what you think about online coaching as a whole, you know, through the lens of social media. is it benefiting people at the moment, or is there a dark side to it?
There's definitely a dark side to it. But
What is the dark side?
it's a multi-billion pound industry.
I think it's worth now 4.3 billion in the UK alone.
So like logic tells you that, you know, this is a business.
Mm-hmm.
So businesses will prey on people that will hand over their cash.
Yeah.
So you're getting preyed on.
How do we intervene that? And, you know, because I feel like fitness and, you know, health and well-being fitness was, you know, typically something that made you happier, fitter, healthier. But
In the end, yes.
It's now a paradox because it's become anything but. It's how lean can you get? How big can you get? You know, in a muscular sense, you know, how can you get that pro card? How can you get so lean that you just don't even know whether you're existing, but you've done a photo shoot and you've got that one picture? Yeah. The trajectory is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like that happened to me. As I was saying, I was obsessed in the beginning.
Yeah.
It was like, it was necessary. I felt like I was only a good personal trainer. I was on the gym floor at the time, which was the kind of only thing he did. I was only a good personal trainer because I was Greg the big guy. My partner was at the time was only with me because I was big. My friends were only with me and I was only now popular because I was big. I was only well known in my area because I was big. And I had a big identity issue then. Like I could not stop pushing these limits because otherwise I'd lose everything. As my only self-worth. That's what I thought.
Were you self-aware at the time?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. Like I was consumed.
By what?
By this notion that I was only of value
If you looked a certain
I
way.
was big. So I would push courses of steroids without coming off. I couldn't drop back. I couldn't be a stone or a stone and a half lighter. I'd lose my job. My partner would leave me. I wouldn't be as popular.
Is that what you thought?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to go as far in the industry if I didn't push these extremes like everyone else around me. Social media was blowing up at that time and everyone was trying to get seen. So I thought like, shit, I got to keep up here. I was competing at a good level. I had a lot of promise. Genetics is a big part of competing.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I had
know.
good genetics as well.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, things were looking good. But I got to a point where I was like, enough is enough. Like, which is why I coach now who I coach. I was like, how am I going to run a business? Like, I run more than one business. How am I going to run a businesses if I'm this consumed?
By how I look.
How am I going to have kids and be a father if I'm this consumed? How am I going to have healthy relationships and an actual life if I'm this consumed? I was doing this at the cost of so many of the things.
Do you feel like you sacrificed a lot in your life to just maintain what you thought was the ideal physique?
Yeah, but it was great because it was a massive learning experience. And I don't regret anything. Like,
That's interesting you say it like that.
How the hell could I be qualified, equipped, and in this position that I am now
if you didn't go
if I
through
haven't ask a question, feel the answer? It was almost like necessary for me to be of value to other people. Like I believe, like for me, as a business owner, I've got a software business as well. We've got an app, a fitness app too. I believe
you've got it all, you have, haven't you?
I believe as a business owner, profit's not a dirty word.
No.
As long as there's fair exchange. So for me to be able to have people trust in me, I need to have gone through it. I need, for me to have any value to other people, I'm a big believer in like, as long as I serve, I'll get what I want from life, purpose and whatever other things that might bring. And for me to serve and serve at the best of my ability, I kind of needed my past.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of it.
No. And I think that is what's so great about you, because you're so authentically real in terms of, yeah, I'm not perfect. And yes, I went through all those things. And yes, I really fucked up here and there, but it's made me who I am today. And the last question, which I think is going to be a great one for you, is what do you define as the term legacy? What does it mean to you, Greg?
Fuck, that's a hard question.
I know. I always leave it to the end as well, just to see what they think.
So legacy-wise, I think about two, like a personal legacy and then like
What's
like
your personal
an
legacy?
industry legacy. My personal legacy is I want my boys to be able to turn around to their boys and say, I learned this from your granddad. I am who I am today because of your granddad. So like me as their dad. Them
Yeah, he's still
talking-
in the gym at 80, lifting like 80 kilogram dumbbells. Yeah, he's great.
I want to leave them a legacy. I want to leave them refinement
Yeah.
of my character traits, and I want to just be able to equip them to be who they want to be. That's my personal legacy. It's for them. Like, it's not for anybody else. Like, I just want to make sure my boys are
Have the best chance of life.
equipped, know
Yeah.
themselves. I think it was an Instagram reel, so I don't want to plagiarize it, but it was something along the lines of like, I will build dangerous men, or I will build dangerous boys, or my boys will be dangerous men. And the kind of reel this guy was talking, and he continued to elaborate, and he was like, my boys will be dangerous men. They will have humility. My boys will be dangerous men. They will be kind. My boys will be dangerous men. They'll be fiercely passionate, and they'll protect other people and stand up for what they believe in. I just thought it was super cool, and like, that's my personal legacy. It's for them. I always want to do my best. We're all going to fuck as kids up. Just try not to do it too badly.
Yeah, my poor mother.
we're all-
God
we
knows
know
what
we're
she
not
did
perfect.
wrong, but she, you know, no, she loves me really.
And
Well,
in industry legacy,
yes.
I want to change how people see health and fitness in their reality.
Thank God you said that.
I want people to be able to have multidimensional success,
Yes.
great health and fitness,
I feel like everyone should have the right to access.
good career,
Yeah.
strong family connections. Because so many people, and I see it inside my program, became successful at the cost of their health, at the cost of relationships. Fuck that.
You can have it
We
all.
can have it all. Multidimensional success.
Absolutely.
Why can't we have a hectic career and pursue that and still be healthy and still maintain relationships? Like, I'm not perfect. I do not get it right all the time. I'm still learning. But like,
I've
my
got
days
a
are long.
road to go. I have, clearly.
I finish work at 5 and restart at 7:30, and I work until late into the night. And I
Yeah.
do that because I carve that window out for my boys. They come back from preschool,
Yeah.
and that's my time with them because I don't want to miss it. I get up in the morning and I have that connection time with them. So I run all the other things of my life that are important to me around all the other things that are important to me. I still make time to train and exercise because that's my thing. And yeah,
I learn about
don't know if
that
that
time.
answers it.
I just feel like I'm hanging off a wind turbine half the time, just trying to breathe. Do you know
we
what I
all
mean?
do.
I just think, Christ, I can't
Embrace
cope with this.
it.
There's just so much going on, but I think there's so much more than meets the eye with you. And you're an incredible guy. And
Thank you, man.
this is why I've got you on, because I really wanted to get to the heart of who Greg Boothroyd is.
I
And-
don't even know yet myself. I'm
well,
still figuring it out.
Well, we figured it out today, and I think we found the blueprint for where you stand in the industry as a voice of authority and someone that I think a lot of people won't just benefit from, but will really be inspired by. And it's been an absolute journey speaking to you. So
Likewise.
thank you ever so much, Greg.
Pleasure.
No, thank you. You've been amazing. As always, guys, thank you for watching today's episode with Greg Boothroyd, the Transformation Coach. Like, subscribe, and comment, and give me a follow if you fancy it, because, as always, chaos is my #1 enemy. Thank you.